Hello and welcome. Today we're journeying to a small village in Kerala, India, called Kodinhi. Now, this isn't just any village. It's home to one of the most incredible biological mysteries in the world, and we're going to dive right in.
So, to kick things off, just look at these numbers. In Kodinhi, for every 1,000 births, about 45 of them are twins. Now, you might think, okay, what does that mean? Well, the national average for all of India is just 9. That means the twin rate here is a staggering 5 times higher than the rest of the country. That fact alone has put this little village on the global map. And because of this, it's earned a special name, Bharat Ka Judwa Gaon, or India's twin village. We're talking about a single community that is home to more than 400 pairs of twins. It's truly mind-boggling.
In fact, when you enter the village, you're greeted by this sign, welcoming you to God's own twins village, Kodinhi. And trust me, that's not just a cute nickname for tourists. This place has drawn serious international attention, all because of its unusually high, and so far completely unexplained, number of multiple births. To really grasp how unique this is, think about the sheer density of it. Over 400 pairs of twins living among just 2,000 families. It's this incredible concentration in such a small population that makes Kodinhi so extraordinary, and a prime subject for intense scientific curiosity. So, how did this all come to light? Well, the story is fascinating. The oldest known twin pair in the village was born way back in 1949, but for decades, it was just a local quirk. Then, in 2006, some twin students realized there were 24 other pairs of twins just in their school. That discovery lit a fire of local curiosity, which led to an official survey in 2008. They found 280 pairs and even formed the Twins and Kins Association. And it's not slowing down. Today, the rate is still climbing, with over 79 pairs of twins who are 10 years old or younger. All of this, naturally, leads to the one question that everyone is asking. What is going on in this village? What makes it so special? And that is the very question that has scientists from all over the world flocking to Kodinhi. This brings us to the next chapter in this story. The scientists' quest for answers. Right now, researchers are chasing 3 main theories. First, could it be genetics? Is there some kind of twin gene being passed down through generations? Second, could it be the environment? Maybe something in the local water or the air? And third, what about diet? Is there something specific the villagers are eating that might be influencing this? What's really interesting is that Kodinhi isn't totally unique. This is actually a global mystery. There's a town in Nigeria, Igbo Ora, where they think the high twin rate might be linked to a type of yam they eat. And another town in Brazil, Candido Godoy, has a similar puzzle. But, just like in those places, the exact cause in Kodinhi is still a complete unknown. And don't just take my word for it. Dr. Thirmala Velavan, who is one of the principal investigators on this, puts it plainly. He says there is no genetic link identified yet. The exact phenomenon is yet to be ascertained. Basically, after all this research, science still doesn't have a concrete answer. But, beyond the fascinating science puzzle, there's a very human story here. So let's shift our focus for a moment from the mystery to the everyday reality for the mothers who are raising all these twins in Kodinhi. A study from Cambridge University Press found something that really makes you pause. Only 4% of mothers of twins in Kodinhi are able to exclusively breastfeed for the first 6 months. Just 4%. That number points to a huge, often unspoken challenge. And when you ask these mothers what their biggest struggles are, the answers are heartbreakingly real. Almost 70% say their biggest challenge is just sheer fatigue, and nearly 40% worry about not having enough milk for 2 babies, which is an incredibly stressful feeling for any new mother. This quote from one mother really brings that data to life. She says, "When I feed them together, the milk finishes very fast, they are left hungry, I feed them one after the other, at least one gets enough milk and I keep the bottle ready." You can just feel the constant struggle in her words. But here's what I find truly incredible. Despite all these immense difficulties, almost half of these mothers, 46.6%, continue to breastfeed their twins for 1 to 2 years. That is a powerful testament to their resilience and their incredible dedication. And of course, we can't ignore the medical realities. Twin pregnancies inherently come with higher risks. In Kodinhi, more than half of all twin births are preterm, and almost 60% are delivered by C-section. These are major medical events that add yet another layer of challenge for these families. So, after looking at the science, the statistics, and the deeply personal stories, we find ourselves right back where we started. Kodinhi remains a beautiful, complex, and completely unsolved puzzle. And the search is definitely not over. Teams of researchers from India and from other countries are still visiting families, still collecting saliva and hair samples, hoping to find that one clue in the DNA that unlocks the whole mystery.
But for now, the bottom line is this. Despite all the years of research looking into genetics, environment, and diet, the real reason for Kodinhi's incredible twin phenomenon is still, officially, a mystery.
And that leaves us with one final lingering thought. Will science eventually crack the code of Kodinhi? Or are there some mysteries in the world that are simply meant to remain secrets?